In the convent in Rome that I used to frequent, it was the only one at the time that had adoration without a break, day and night. The inscription just behind the altar was, "I consecrate myself." And given that they were a completely Eucharistic foundation, it would seem that that was deliberate insofar as the text from the high priestly prayer of the Saviour was contextualized. It was pronounced in the context of the Last Supper, where precisely he had consecrated himself. We have in that high priestly prayer an emphasis on two things. Truth. We must be consecrated in truth, and unity. We must reproduce the unity that is to be found in the Blessed Trinity. Now, when we defend the truth, we can become quite aggressive. And although we are trying to defend the unity of the truth, we are actually doing it in a mode which causes division. Sometimes we defend not so much the truth, but our way of looking at it. Opinions are one thing, knowledge is another. We can see the truth, but we don't have to hold on to what we think we are seeing as the truth, when actually it is a free opinion within a wider spectrum. It is kind of important because we don't always make the distinction. After all, the Blessed Trinity sees all the truth and doesn't go there. God is sufficiently wide to see all the angles. We have sometimes a tunnel vision. There is much peace to be gained in a calm, serene mode of observation of the truth in its wholeness. Oftentimes, bigotry is the absence of that. It is a concentration on one thing that we see only. Actually, we can learn a lot from learning to respect the work of that Blessed Trinity in other minds and other souls. Right now in our time, a lot of the aggressive activity amongst Christians comes from a desire to have only one form of things. And it is an exclusion, which the Blessed Trinity doesn't enhance, of a load of things which are not without value either. A soul that is serene doesn't get agitated quite so easily. And so it is that we're not afraid of other people's truth. It would be well to have something of the wider vision of the Blessed Trinity as we handle the soul before us. Not raise our voice, or even our interior voice, but calmly listen, and perhaps point out that that person hasn't seen all the elements. Now the problem is oftentimes here that the will doesn't want to see, and there is the real issue. For if a soul is shown calmly a truth and then refuses, then there is a deeper problem, and there we have the real illness. But it's out there also amongst Christians and in the life of the Church at large. Tunnel vision, incapacity to see the whole picture. This prayer then for unity we can live out. It is something that applies to a community, a prayer group, a family, a monastery, a parish, a diocese, being factors of unity by not being agitated, knowing how to show calmly all the elements and not bring aggressive division and factions and trenches of warfare. Entrenchment happens when that element of serenity is absent. And it is not good either to push Christians into trenches by excluding them from the mainstream. God doesn't do that. Why should we go further than he does? And so it is something to be asked for, that wherever we go, we be a factor of warmth. We're only here once. And it really hit me some years ago that that is my vocation. Radiate warmth. We can all do some of that. Warmth. I have a call, and 'tis a simple thing, oft heard, without a word, without a noise, and I know well what messages here bring the silent hours, where all stands yet in poise. I have a call so small that all the earth shall pass it by, for naught to limelight brought will bid it shine. Yet souls of little worth at whiles can mean a smile by some yet sought. I have a call, and this is all I know, mid rubrics high that sanctify much pain. 'Tis but to be, 'tis but to bid bestow from soul to soul an essence very plain. Good Lord, 'tis simple, this my little call. I shall pass by and do a thing so small.